He don't blink and neither do I. Two shadows carved in a blood-red sky. Smoke curls up from his bony grin, and I sip my fate from a bottle of sin. This ain't no showdown, no bang or blast, just the weight of time and a haunted past. I ain't afraid, I ain't backing down, just me and death in a stare down at sundown. Seen the reaper in dreams before, boots on gravel knocking at my door. But tonight he's real and damn near kind, like he's been waiting for this state of mind. This ain't no duel, no six-gun sound, just silence deep as burial ground. Stare down at sundown. He don't judge us, not real slow like he's seen better men take that road. I tip my hat, he tips his too. Some endings don't need nothing new. This ain't no cry, no final plea, just a glass, a grin, and a ghost of me. I won't fight, won't kneel or frown, just me and death in a stare down at sundown.
Fire's low, but it still burns like the bridges I never returned. Every mile I rode alone left ghosts in my marrow, carved into bone. Death, I see you sitting there still, ain't scared no more, just feeling the chill. You ain't speaking, but you don't need to. You've been waiting, I've been drifting to you. Ash and ember, name and flame, all I've done I can't reclaim. If I sing it now, maybe it don't die. So here's my truth for the final goodbye. Loved a woman, left her crying in dawn. Swore I'd be back, then I was gone. My hands are worn, my soul is thin. She's long gone, I pay in sin. Ash and ember, name and flame, all I've done I can't reclaim. If I sing it now, maybe it don't die. So here's my truth for the final goodbye. Ain't asking mercy, ain't begging grace, just wanna leave more than a hollowed face. So take this song, let it echo through dust. Not redemption, just a whisper of trust. Ash and ember, name and flame, all I'd done I can't reclaim. But if this sound stays when I'm gone, then I didn't die all alone.
Smoke and burning bones, dust in my lungs, but I called it home. Chrome and ash, boots on fire, a dead city screams like a funeral choir. I ride with death on my soul, but I feel no pain. A gun on my hip, a ghost in my eyes. No paradise, just a desert sky. The bar door swings open, but there's no one there. Just ghost of whiskey and an empty stare. My engine howls like a crying prayer, and death keeps pace with a cold, empty stare. I ride with death through fire and rain, chains on my soul, no pain. A gun on my head, a ghost in my eyes. There is no paradise, only a desert sky. Plum wind whistle. I'm riding with death through fire and rain. There is no God left here, no need to explain. Dust on my boots, blood in my song. The road is short, but the ride is long. Boots sink deep in this burning sand, bones on shoe, cross in hand, a life of fire, a trail of dust. Now I walk alone, 'cause walk I must. The wind don't howl, it judges me. Each mile a verse of my eulogy, a six-gun center, broken crown. Now I wear the weight to lay it down. I carry the cross I carved in blood. Through hell I walk, through ash and mud. No priest, no prayer, no righteous man, just bones and burden. That's who I am, that's who I am. Ain't no savior looking down, just storm and sky, no holy sound. But I won't drop it, won't let it fall. This sin's my way, I'll bear it all. I carry the cross I carved in blood. Through hell I walk, through ash and mud. No priest, no prayer, no righteous man, just bones and burden. That's who I am, that's who I Forgiveness don't ride where the vultures fly, but I'll drag this weight till the day I die. And maybe then when I fall face down, the ground will take me without a sound. I carry the cross I carved in blood, paid for hate with every thud. No one weeps for a gunman down, but I still walk, 'cause I still stand with bones and burden. Yeah, bones and burden, that's who I am.
Boot prints deep in the desert dust, blood on the wood, heart full of rust. He walks like a prayer through a world gone black, and death don't speak, but he's right at his back. Coat torn up from the miles he's bled, cross on his shoulder, ghost in his head. No town, no law, no holy man, just the reaper and the wind and a one-way plan. The Agora banjo screams like a devil's laugh. Harmonic and moans down a broken path. He whistles low like a lonesome train, and death just grins in the driving rain. He rides with fire in his soul, no name to say, dragging sins like chains to an unmarked grave. A sinner's psalm and a bluesy cry, he don't run, he's too proud to die. musky breath and a Bible torn. He ain't been clean since the day he was born. Biker's soul in a cowboy skin. He don't beg, don't break, don't let him in. They're a warm and eyes gone cold. Stories carved in scars too bold. Tires screeching down a highway bend. Every ride might be the end. Slide guitar howls like a funeral bell. Engine growls like a hymn from hell. Storm clouds roll as he lights that flame, and death just watches, calls his name. He rides with fire in his chest, with blood to spend. No priest, no peace, no final friend. Cowboy cross on a holy hill. If death don't take him, nothing will. Let the thunder roll, let the dust never rest. He don't stop for heaven, he just rides through the west.
Cross on his back, boots deep in sand, gun on his head, Bible in hand. He don't preach, just walks the line, while death keeps pace, biding time. Banjos moan like wind through bones. Harmonica howls like ghost town tones. Chains round his boots, rattling low, and thunder growls where shadows go. Ego whistle cuts through the smoke and dust like a vulture's cry or a soul gone bust. He don't beg, just lights a smoke, and death don't talk but sure takes notes. Right through the dust, through fire and sin, burning roads where ghosts begin. Ain't no priest, ain't no crown, only death walking this holy ground. Crosses, blood-soaked names. He's carved regrets in desert flames, but still he rides, no heaven's gate, just wheels and bones and twisting fate. just dust and ash where angels bled. So right on down that ghost town trail with a cross on your back and the devil for bail. No redemption in that dying sun, only death behind and nowhere to run. Let the dust rise, let the night fall. He rides till he don't ride at all. Out in the dust where the shadows crawl, footsteps echo by the hanging wall. Ain't no law in this cursed town, just me and death in one last round. The wind's howling low like a ghost on chains, cracks in the sky, blood in the rain. Smiles made of bone, eyes black as coal. He came for my soul, but I ain't letting go. Draw at dusk, I ain't flinching, I ain't praying. Bullet of fate, I'm the last one staying. Gun smoking wrath, let the heavens crack. I'm facing down death and I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. He moves like wind, cloak full of graves. My hand don't shake, it's the price I pay. One breath left in this war or two. If I don't shoot first, hell comes through. Draw at dusk, I ain't flinching, I ain't praying. Bullet of fate, I'm the last one staying. Gun smoking wrath, let the heavens crack. I'm facing down death and I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. Dust don't lie, shadows don't bluff. He's death, I'm the storm. It's gonna get rough. Draw at dusk is town's last breath. Either I walk or I ride with death. One last blaze, fire in my track. I shot at the reaper and I ain't looking back, no. I ain't looking back. no peace. I rode with the devil, broke away from the path. Now the reaper's breath hovers behind me. I am thunder in the throttle, bones riding steel through flames, outlawed with no tomorrow, carving revenge with my name. Silence fell. I left my mercy hanging in the well. No church, no grave will chain me down. Only dust and death in the blood-red light. I am thunder in the throttle, steel through flame, outlawed with no tomorrow, carving revenge with my name, whistling down the canyon road, skeletal heart still burning bold. You can hang my sins on a crooked tree, but I'm riding with the storm, and it's riding with me. I am thunder in the throttle, bones riding steel through flames,
I sat on a pew with dust on my skin, no hymn to cover the things I've been. Death leaned close, didn't say a word, but her bones echoed louder than prayers I heard. Stained glass bled a dying red while I lit a match for the things I said. No saints, no light, no saving grace, just me in the end, face to face. God don't speak in churches now. He left when I forgot how to bow. If death's my preacher, let it be. She's the only one who listens to me. Yeah, God don't speak in churches now. My hands were torn, my soul half spent. No gospel line could make me repent. I sat beside her, no chains, no fear, just truth hanging heavy in the air. I whispered things I'd never told about love, regret, and nights gone cold. And she just listened, still as night, like she'd heard words and knew I'd fight. God don't speak in churches now.
He left when my knees stayed off the ground. If death hears more than holy men, maybe I was born for her in the end. Yeah, God, don't speak in churches now. I don't need forgiveness. I just need someone to stay until it's time. No bells rang out, no choir sung, just creaks of wood and lungs gone numb. She reached no hand, she pulled no thread, but I knew she'd follow when I said, I ain't proud, but I ain't fake. I burn my bridges at every stake. And if this pew's where it ends for me, let it be quiet, let it be free.
I've walked through hell with a splintered cross, boots dragging sins I never lost, dust in my lungs, blood in my grin, death behind me whispering again. Whiskey lips and a broken vow, a name carved deep on a weathered brow. The road's my preacher, the fire's my pew. Ain't no savior, just what I do. And a banjo's humming like a rattlesnake coil. I'm white 'cause the whales with a scent of toil. Cowboy whistle cuts the evening cold as death keeps pace, silent and bold. Gravel and grace, that's all I got. A past that burns, a soul that's shot. No choir sings, no angels wait, just me and death riding out fate. Shotgun prayers and outlaw scars. I've wrestled demons under ghost town stars. Every mile I've paid in pain, but I still ride through wind and flame. You slide guitar moans like a farewell sigh. Chains rattle low like a warning cry. Steam from the pipe, thunder rolls. This road don't spare no rebel soul. gravel and grace. Let the dust rise, let the reaper chase. I'll carry my cross through gravel and grace. Boots on fire, ties scream black dust. Bones on leather, no heaven, no trust. We ride through towns that forgot our names and leave behind just smoke and flames. My gang's all gone, but still they ride. Skull grins wide with the devil inside. Eyes like coals, hearts like steel. No mercy left, just the grip of the wheel. The hill behind the handlebars, death beside my boots. Riding through the silence with ghosts in hot pursuit. Can't outrun what's in your chest, can't drown that fire inside. We ain't the living, we're just too mean to die. Jacket, blood on the chrome. Shot my sins through a payphone. Crossbone stitch where a heart once beat. Now the road's my sermon and the gas my creed. They said we burn, but fire made us king. Now we ride with no names, no graves, no strings. Slow behind the handlebars, death beside my boots. We leave no map, we leave no roots. If you see us in the mirror, don't dare pray or run, 'cause we ride by night and we burn like the sun.
Lit my last smoke with hands still stained from blood, from dust, from years and chains. She stood behind me, cloak of night, but I ain't running, nah, that ain't right. The town's gone still, the wind don't moan, just the creak of wood and a dying tone. I made my peace on a rusted nail, and every scar's a holy tale. So go on, take me, darling, death ain't got no tears, just ragged breath, no need to speak, I know the deal. I lost long before I spun the wheel, but I'll sit proud in boots and dust. My soul ain't gold, but it's still just. We danced before in younger years. She watched me drown in guns and beers, but still she waited, still she stared, like a woman who once cared. No priest, no song, no morning bell, just smoke and silence and a tale to tell. I carved my fate in leather lines and paid my dues in whiskey signs. So go on, take me, darling, death. I never begged, I never wept. This fire fades but never fails, and in my chest the storm still sails. The last smoke burns, the ash don't lie. I didn't win, but I damn sure
say hell, some say light, but I just see a peaceful night. And if she's kind, she'll let me stand one last time with smoke in hand.
So go on, take me, darling. Death ain't got no gold, ain't got much left, but my boots are worn, my trail is done, and damn, it was a lonesome run. So light that fire and don't you cry. A cowboy leaves even when he does.
I buried her deep where the crows don't sing. No preacher spoke, no wedding ring, just a name carved rough in a stone to grave, and a vow I broke when I rode away. Now death stands near, not a word she speaks, her breath as cold as mountain peaks. She listens close, but I've run dry. A man can't cry with an empty sky. I've got nothing left to tell, just echoes in a church bell. Every promise I betrayed lies with her in that grave. Her hair once gold, her laugh like fire, but I left her for a gun and wire. Now I kneel where the roots run deep and hope the dead forgive the weak. You came for me, I say real low. Death just nods, she always knows. She takes her time, don't raise her blade. She waits until my soul has weight. I've got nothing left to tell. The wind can read it well. The ghost will hum my shame, and death will speak my name. Barroom's dead quiet, just me and the bones. Whiskey glass sweating on cold worn stones. She pulled up a stool, no need for a name. We both knew the rules, we played the same game. I said, don't take me yet. She said, I ain't here to kill, just came to talk if you got time to fill. So I poured her a shot and stared down the floor. She'd heard it all but wanted more. One last whiskey, one last light, one more toast before goodbye. She don't rush, she don't beg, just waits quiet while you drink your regrets. Told her about blood, told her about loss, every broken oath and every line I crossed. She never blinked, just sipped her glass. Truth always stings, but it's made to pass. U.S. whiskey, one last line, one more toast before goodbye. She don't rush, she don't beg, just waits quiet while you drink your erase. She asked with a nod of the head. I said not quite, but I ain't afraid of the dead. She smirked real slight like she'd heard that before, left a coin on the counter and walked to the door. One last whiskey, one last sin, let it burn like fire within. She don't judge, she don't pray, just drinks in silence, then fades away.
Riding past the moonlight, wheels kissing bones, grave dust rising while the reaper hums low tones. Steel horse growling, jacket ripping through the wind. Got whiskey on my breath and a debt I can't rescind. Old scars on my knuckles, sins burned in my name. But hell ain't in the fire, it's this never-ending flame. Burning down the midnight mile, with death riding back and a crooked smile. Ain't no heaven on this road I roam, just dust, blood, and a ghost going home. Say, son, you still got time, but the clock ran dry and the bells don't chime. Now it's graveyard silence, wheels spitting dirt. Got a 6-shot prayer and a heart that hurts. I ain't running no more, I just ride to stay ahead of the shadows on my heels and the words I never said. Burning, burning down the midnight mile, with death riding back and a crooked smile. Ain't no heaven on this road I roam, just dust, blood, and a ghost going home. Through the dusk and gloom, like a lullaby sung from an open tomb. Banjos cry, harmonicas moan, while death taps rhythm on my stay for life. I was born in the fire, I belong to the night. With a skeleton grin and a leather-bound freight, me and death roll on, two wheels, one gate.
They came out to smoke like ghosts with guns, boots heavy with blood from battles they won. One wore a skull, the other wore sin. Together they rode through the howling wind. No sheriff would speak, no preacher would pray. These boys brought the storm that don't go away. Through graveyard dust and desert flame, they carry no past, just vengeance and name. 'Cause riders like that don't ever return. They burn every road, they let bridges burn. Steel in their hands and death on their back. They ride through the dark, they don't look back. No tears in their eyes, no love in their tone. They howl with the wind and they die alone. With a whistle so cold and a harmonica cry, you'll know when they pass, 'cause the desert sighs. Leather and rust, revolvers worn thin. One smirked at the moon, one stared from within. A cross in the sand, a howl in the trees. Even death took a seat just to ride with these. They roll past the line where the law don't reach, where sermons get sharp before preachers can preach. No map, no name, no place to rest, just engines and echoes and bones in their chest. All the whiskey is gone, the dust in their veins. The reaper just laughs when he hears their names. The buzzards don't circle, the sun don't set. These riders are cursed, but they ain't dead yet. So if you hear boots and a harmonica moan, and you feel cold wind, though you're drinking alone, don't turn around, don't meet their gaze. They've got no tomorrows, just yesterdays. 'Cause riders like that don't ever return. They're forged in fire, they let the world burn. Steel in their hands and death on their back.
track. So pour one for them and one for your soul. You don't ride forever, but you pay the toll. When the whistle blows and the night turns red, you'll know they passed the riders of the dead.
Shackled hands, boots and dust, chains hum low like a warning gust. That chapel bell ain't tolling for prayer, it's ringing for a soul with no one there. My breath falls cold on Judgment's gate. The reaper grins, says, son, you're late. I spit blood, light one last smoke. My sins ride heavy like iron spoke. I made peace with the sound of boots on bone, with the howling wind that cuts through stone, riding with where the trails run black. Ain't no saving me, I ain't looking back. Every oath I swore done turned to ash. Every love I held burned up in flash. Now death rides close with a preacher's face, saying hell ain't hot, it's just empty space. I made peace with the sound of boots on bone, with the howling wind that cuts through stone, riding with ghosts where the trails run black. Ain't no saving me,
through fire just to feel the cold. Carried weight no saddle horse could hold. My boots are torn from all the buried roads, and the church don't ask, it just knows. Ash on my coat, blood in my prayers, the whiskey soul in 1,000 stares. Every sin I wear like a leather brand, loaded true in my weathered hand. There's sins beneath the hat seen good men kneel and beg for light, watched angels burn out in the night. Ain't no saving left for the likes of me, but I keep riding, stubborn and free. Smoke in my lungs and shame in my chest, but I'll fight the dark till there's nothing left. Just one shot, one last request, to find peace where the damned can rest. There's sins beneath the hat I wear, they're screaming inside in the chapel there. I ain't no saint, just dust and flame, trying not to die with the same damn name. Me and death, we ride and roam, 'cause no place feels like home.
Sat down on the porch with a smoke and a sigh. Sun's gone down, ain't no stars in the sky. Boots full of dust, hands stained in sin. He showed up again, that old friend in skin. His shadow don't fall, but I feel the cold. Wearing that cloak like stories untold. He don't ask, and I don't lie. We just sit and watch the night roll by. And we don't speak much, me and death just share the silence and one last breath. The fire burns low, the night rides slow, and I light my smoke with the end I know. Him whiskey, he just grinned. Bones creaking soft like a rusted wind. Told me, boy, you've run far and wide, but every rider's got one final ride. I laughed like hell, took a drag real deep. My regrets and ghosts too tired to keep. He'd
nods his head like he's heard it all from the long time dead. And we don't say much, me and death just share the stillness and what's left. I got no tears, I got no fight, just a cigarette glow in the pale moonlight. Sometimes I think he's more friend than foe. He's been there waiting at every low, never pushed, just stayed in view, like a shadow I never outgrew. Till the ember dies. No need for prayers, no last goodbyes. I've seen too much, I've bled too long to beg for mercy or sing a song. But if he takes me, come on and light, let him know down right. Boots on, heart bare, truth in my chest, with a smoke and my old friend death. Yeah, we don't cry much, me and death, just ride the silence till there's nothing left. When the fire's out and the road runs cold, we'll ride that dust trail brave and bold. Short and thin, face to skull, I met her grin. Wind was still, moon hung wide, and death just waited on the other side. She leaned in close, didn't say a word, but the silence hit harder than any I'd heard. No angels came, no hell broke free, just her and me, what I used to be. I stared her down with nothing left, no last wish, no breath to beg. If I go now, I go proud. I ain't ever bowed, I ain't ever cowed. This ain't no peace, this ain't no sin, just a stare down with the end. Tried outrunning her all my life, through dust and war, through blood and strife. I danced with bullets, played my hand, built my legend in broken lands. But legends fade like the flaming coal, and death don't barter, she comes to collect whole. Still I smiled, still I bled, and whispered, I ain't dead till I'm dead. I stared her down with cracked up pride, no place to run, no
need to hide. Ain't asking mercy, ain't feeling shame, just holding ground and saying my name. This ain't no loss, this ain't no win, just a stare down with the end. She thought I'd plead. I just grinned back. Guess death don't like surprise endings. She reached for me with her bony grace, but I locked eyes, wouldn't leave this place. One breath left, spent it bold, spitting truth in the cold. Boots in dust, no name to call. One wears black, the other wears fall. No judge, no jury, just the street, where ghosts and lawmen sometimes meet. Their coats blow wide, the sky turns gray. A single twitch decides the day. One seeks blood, the other sin, but both forgot what truth has been. The dust decides, not heaven's gate. No coin to toss, no twist of fate. When eyes go cold and hands grow still, the one who fires ain't always who kills. This town forgot its name long past, but legends linger, bullets last. Two shadows cast in burning light, they'll fade by dusk, but not tonight. No prayers here, just dust and steel. No graves marked, just names they steal. The dust decides, no God, no sin, just who walks out and who stays in silence wide, with time gone thin. Two souls in black, where it begins. He walks alone through dust and flame. No badge, no name, just rope and shame. A shadow stretched neath dying sun. The hanging tree waits for what you've done. You thought you ran, thought you lied, but justice walks and never died. He ain't no ghost, he ain't no man. He's time and truth with a killing hand. You can't ride, you can't hide, but the gallows rides on your side. You can't lie, you can't beg, but death's got a rope for every neck. No trial, no cry, just dust and sky. And the gallows ride. No bullets fired, no need to shout, just silence falling, souls called out. Each noose he wears, a name it bears. Each knot's a sin he gladly wears. You can't ride, you can't hide, but the gallows rides on your side. You can't steal, you can't kill, but the rope still waits on that hill. No trial, no cry, just dust and sky. And the gallows ride. He don't blink, don't bleed, don't smile, but he's walked with Gil 1,000 miles. And when he stops beneath that tree, you'll see what justice used to be. You can curse, you can scream, but death don't care for your dream. You can crawl, you can lie, but the gallows ride still passes by. And when it stops, there's no goodbye, only the gallows and the sky. I dropped to one knee in the graveyard dust, not in fear but in worn out trust. She stood there wrapped in dusk and bone, and I knew I'd walk this path alone. My hat fell off, she picked it up, held it like a broken cup, and in her silence I found peace. No need for fighting, no need to flee. A man don't beg, a man don't plead, when he's done all that a man should need. No guns, no lies, no place to go, just silence and the way a man should go. I've lit towns up and let them fall, rode through sins too dark to call, but never once did I run scared. Even when death stood and stared, she saw my cracks, my fire gone cold, but still she bowed like showing gold. And that one night it told me true, this was the end, but earned it too. A man don't cry, a man don't flee, when he's through the fire on a dead-end street. No sermons now, no high or low, just stillness and the way a man should go. Some men died clawing, some died blind, but the best of us just bow their heads and ride. She didn't touch, she didn't pull, she waited till the night went full. I closed my eyes, no shame, no sin, just me and where the dark begins. So when they find my boots in dust, tell them I walked with pride, not rust. No blood, no cry, no broken show, just my last breath and the way a man should go. The town lit up like a funeral pyre. Ash on my boots, heart full of fire. He stood beside me, death in black. We came for blood and we won't turn back. We burn together, ain't no turning round. Smoke in our lungs, boots on sacred ground. One still breathing, past the line, but side by side we ride just fine. No law, no badge, no heaven's gate. We brought the wrath and sealed their fate. One shot for justice, one for the pain. We ride like thunder through the flame. We burn together, ain't no turning round. Smoke in our lungs, boots on sacred ground. One still breathing, one's past the line, but side by side we ride just fine. You call it sin, we call it done. Two shadows walking under a blood-red sun. Hell ain't below, it's what we bring. When ghosts and men ride in a ring. We burn together, no mercy left to show. Ash in our veins and nowhere else to go.
kneel down where the cold wind blows, hat in hand, heart full of ghosts. The moon was high, the night was still, and she came quiet without a thrill. Her hand just bones, but soft somehow, no judgment in the here and now. She touched my shoulder, didn't speak, and I knew my time was bleak. When she touched my shoulder, I didn't cry, just whispered thanks to the empty sky. 1,000 roads I rode alone, but every boot print's carved in stone. She touched my shoulder, I stood tall, 'cause some men rise when it's time to fall. I ain't no saint, I ain't no thief, just carried years of dust and grief. She saw it all and said no word, just silence louder than I've ever heard. And maybe this ain't punishment, but peace I never knew I meant. I gave her a nod and breathed in deep before I joined the souls I keep. When she touched my shoulder, I didn't run, just faced the dark like setting sun. I saw her eyes, two endless holes, but somehow warmer than most souls. She touched my shoulder, I let go. Some things you fight, and some you know. Don't lie, neither do hands, especially ones with final plans. If you see her coming, don't you fear, it's just your time, and she draws near. When she touched my shoulder, I felt peace, like the ache inside had found release. A cowboy's tale don't end with fame, just wind and dust and a whispered name. She touched my shoulder, I was free, not gone, just finally me.